tough place to play here. Coach Diebler does a good job. Thornton's a really, really good point guard. I thought we had a good game plan against him, but he gave us problems in Royal. They isolated him, tough on the road in this league. And we got to get better. We got to get some more consistency out of a lot of things, especially our defense. Can't give up 80 points on the road and expect to win in this league.
Questions?
46 points in the paint from Ohio State. Why do you guys struggle so much to defend
they ISO'd one guy, and, he got most of them, but, we got to solve and get more consistent with our entire defense, and we got to keep guys out of the paint. They drove it in the paint, too, so it wasn't post-ups. It wasn't our big guys. It was our guards, too. It's a community issue, and we got to do a better job with it, and I got to get these guys to defend at Rutgers level, and certainly on the road and against a really good, experienced basketball team.
What about Devin Royal's game made him so difficult to guard in the post today?
You take away the threes, you try to do a good job. It's the best three-point shooting team in the country, or one of the top, and so then you got to give up something, and, he did a good job of isolating our guys, and, I think he made some tough twos, too. We want guys to take tough twos. He made them. Tip of the hat to him tonight.
What do you think the issue is defensively? Why isn't this? You've been able to figure out defense with this team for your entire tenure here. Why isn't this team able to?
Young. All new guys connected, learning stuff for the first time. Like new scouting reports. Like this isn't. We have 4 freshmen in our rotation. We have a lot of new players. So, last year we had 3- and 4-year guys. It's a little bit different. All right, defense takes time, and defense is something that you got to learn through repetition and do all those kind of things and watch film, and they're learning a lot. They're learning a lot, and they'll get better in that area, I promise you.
Steve, you know what size can do for you in this league. In Ohio State, you talk about Ohio State's three-point shooting. They do give up some size the way that they've played this season. What does it take to win in the Big Ten if you might not have, as much size as your opponent?
This league is just fantastic. The games, to go on the road in this league. So, you got to have a little bit of everything, I think. They take advantage of what they have. They got great shooters. They spread you out. Thornton's an elite point guard. And they got big guys, too. And those guys set screens, and they roll, and they finish around the basket, too. But, it's a new league with a lot of new players. So I'll be better off answering that question down the road a little bit, what you kind of need. But there's a lot of new faces, and there's a lot of teams figuring it out. But he's a good coach. They got good players. It's a great home court advantage. So they got a lot of pluses here at Ohio State, for sure.
Didn't lose a lot on the AAU circuit. What's the past couple of weeks been like, losing 4 of the last 5 games?
Y'all say that, but last year EYBL, we went 0-4 session 2, and just finding ways how to bounce back as a team, just honestly staying together. We got a great group of guys, great chemistry, Even though we lose it, we still gonna find a way, get in the film room, boardroom, and do what we got to do on that side, and then we just gonna stay together and keep staying the course.
Question: 4 losses in the last 5 games.
Jersey mics, that'll help us. Jersey mics.
How do you keep this team's conference from slipping?
My man, one thing, I have never coached at a place where you just roll it out and win every year. Every year is a journey. This is our journey with this group. I wouldn't want to go on any other journey with guys. Everyone thinks it's easy. The other team's good too, and they got really good players. You're on the road in tough venues. We've been on the road in some tough places, playing some really good teams. So you got to fight through obstacles, and that's what our guys will do, and that's what we always do.
The way that Ohio State defended today, the other night they gave up 50 in the first half. What did you prepare for as far as Ohio State's defensive pressure, and what gave you issues scoring on them as a team?
Just going over film, preparing for them, seeing what they like to do, what they don't like to do, and then just coming out to that. Just the flow of the game, just how the game went. Every night not going to be a night, but I still stayed the course. I try to get other people involved, just try to do other things than just scoring, because basketball is just not scoring.
Big Ten road game. Just what did you think of the experience?
Environment's crazy. It gets loud in here. It's just like every road game, every game we played has been a dogfight. Every team's gonna bring their best game against us. So we just gotta go back and prepare and just get better.
What was your vantage point of the defensive struggles? What did you see on the court?
They stuck to their principles. They just listened to their coach. They just went out there and just did what they was told.
Steve, I just wondered from your vantage point, you guys would maybe get a couple of buckets, but it seemed like Ohio State kind of kept you at arm's length for much of the game. What was the issue of trying to get over that hump and try to cut a 8-point game to 4 or 3 and really put some pressure?
We cut it a few times, and then we had some very difficult turnovers and, a couple ill-timed, shots. So, in these kind of games when you're always scrapping and fighting just to kind of hang around, when it's that hang around time, you got to, make sure you execute. And it's both ends of the floor, too, because you can get a stop, too, which ignites your offense. So, we just got to learn how to get over the top in those kind of situations where everything's not going great for you.
Last few.
Thank you.
Figure out the mismatches on Ohio State guards in the second half. What did you see as an issue in scoring for Ace in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, these guys, they're freshmen. So, everyone guards everybody differently. They got to live through it and learn from it. Ace is an elite scorer. So is Dylan. Always get you, points. And teams are going to guard them all differently. So we'll watch. He's done a great job. We devour film together. This is how they played you. This is how they played you. So the next time he'll be ready for all the different situations. But you have to live through them, too, to be able to teach through them. And Ace will do the same thing. He's a really good learner, and he works at it, and he'll watch film. And, different people put different guys on him. Sometimes they double team him. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're coming from gaps. Sometimes they're coming from the backside. So they'll continue to learn. They didn't see these defenses in high school, so it's all a learning process.
Last one.
I got a couple, if you don't mind. You went to zone a bit in the first half and a little bit in the second half. Just thoughts on.
A couple times, yeah. I mean, when you give up 80 points, and our zone's going to get better too. I mean, they made a couple bombs, against it, but we'll keep getting better. We got a couple other things too that we got to show, but we got to be creative too.
Just last one up. Again, you've been coaching elite defensive teams at Rutgers for a long time. Is this frustrating for you, just not being able to get this team?
Coaching every year, and it's a great job. Every year is different. And you learn to embrace. No team is perfect, and no team has great offense, great defense, great out of bounds plays. So you get a flow for your team. This year we could score a little bit more, which is a great advantage, but we can win both ways, offensively, defensively. Last year we could only win one way. But I love the challenges. That's what it is. You just don't put it in a computer and people think Ken Palm and he puts out there. No. It's a lot. It's physicality. It's foul trouble. It's different teams play different styles. It's how many days you have to prepare for some teams and then you don't for others. So there's a lot that goes into it. I like the challenges of this group. We got a good staff, a group that works at it, and we'll figure it out in the best league in the country. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it.